So, on the inside of these big buildings, you know, where we store the barrels is all a natural temperature. And on the inside of these big buildings, you know, we want the temperature change. Because when it warms up in these buildings, the pores of the wood will open up in that barrel and the whiskey will go into the wood. And when it cools off, it'll come back out of the wood. And by working in and out of this wood is where the whiskey matures at. And you know, you can see the vine here.
Yeah, I can see that. There's a very distinct line.
That's your soak vine, and that's how far that whiskey has penetrated into the wood with your temperature change now, okay? And the barrels are toasted on the inside. Then we'll char them. And you know, this is a used barrel. You can see the vine.
Okay,
this right here. All righty, And you know, we do use the barrels only one time. Only one time. And the corporation that owns this does own the company that makes the barrels, you know. It makes sense, you know, keep everything right in the family. This is the only distilling corporation in the world that owns their own barrel making company. So that makes sense, Zach.
Now, what happens to the barrels when you're done with them?
What we're doing to use barrels now, we're shipping the biggest part of them to Scotland. You know, they're storing their Scotch whiskey in them again. Okay. So really, that's what makes that Scotch, you know, halfway decent. Stored in Jack Daniel's barrels. That's it now. But we do use them only one time here now. Have you ever heard of the Jack Daniel's single barrel?
Yes.
Single barrel whiskey. You know, it's only being bottled one barrel at a time.
Okay.
And we have got a committee of tasters, you know, that select these barrels. Ah. And, you know, on your old number 7 black label, which, you know, that's your flagship brand, you know, and how we get it, we will mingle a bunch of barrels together to get the consistent taste that we're hunting for. But on your single barrel, it's only one barrel at a time. And we have got a committee of tasters that select the barrels. On the neckband of the bottle, it'll have the date that it was bottled, what rick the barrel came out of, and the barrel number itself will be put on the neckband of the bottle. And by being a single barrel whiskey, you know, you might drink a bottle of it, say, this week, and go and get your bottle here next month. And if it did not come out of that same barrel, it might be a little bit difference in the taste of it.
So if you find a barrel you like, you need to see if you can find the same.
Well, the thing
what's
about
the chances?
Well, the thing about it, you can buy a whole barrel of it.
Oh.
You can buy a whole barrel of it. You know, you can come in here, sit down with us, and, you know, your distributor or your Brown-Forman rep, you know, bring you in. We'll sit down with you, and we'll put samples in front of you from 3 different barrels, and we'll let you pick out your own barrel right now, okay? And, you know, your single barrel, if you know it's 94 proof, it's bottled at 94 proof. We only started doing the single barrel in 1997. Okay. So it's something you'll get in the neighborhood of 240 bottles of a barrel. And that's a 750 ml size bottle. So
that's a lot of...
That's a bunch of... Well, I tell you what, let's go right in here. I'll show you what a single barrel looks like right here. Come right here. See right here? I came out of one barrel that day. Okay. Yeah, that's out of one barrel. You know, these names you see here on the wall, you know, that's your single barrel society. Okay. And that's the name of folks that has bought a whole barrel. So, you know, if you buy the whole barrel,
you get your name
put on the wall. And, you know, how this works, you know, the name itself is one barrel. Okay. One barrel. And, you know, I'm going to use the Virginia ABC board here, for example. See the red 7s? Okay. Had 7 barrels. So 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 barrels they bought. And you're right here.
George Strait.
The professional hockey team here in Nashville. Yep. And, you know, and your single barrel now will come from the very top of the buildings. The very top row of the buildings. And the reason why it comes off the very top, so you'll get your temperature change more, which will cause the whiskey to work more in and out the wood.
Okay,
so you want to go in here and watch them bottle the single barrel?
Sure.
Let's go right in here. We'll watch them bottle it here.